Hi guys, I'm Izua Tekami and welcome to Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender action. Last left off, we got our own nano camo module. The bank got held up. What's a nano camo? Something to liven things up in this room. Yeah, I was thinking about that when we were editing, or when I was editing the last episode. Let's try, as we can change the walls and stuff. Why don't we make... I know this... What is the red exactly? Yeah, like normally I like the lighter color. White's too much, I guess. And black is a little overpowering. Oh, there we go. A little brighter. Cheer her up, see if that actually does something. Alright, let's go to work. Saturday, December 17th. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. I have a feeling I just fucked her voice up. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. You're quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford not to come with the bar closing soon. I wonder if any bar has used impending closure as a means to getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep. She was sleeping so peacefully, I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Oh, got a streaming chat. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see, all my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh, well. It's the best night, day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Oh, don't worry. You're so nice, Flatboy. Stop calling me that. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. She really loves us. Hello, guys and gals. Streaming's back in action with air. The moon, it burns. Something terrible upon the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? A client gave it to me yesterday. A gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. It's some sort of rum. Rum? Nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Go to the bottled drinks. Okay. Grandpa booze? Go to the bottled drinks tab and drag it to the shaker before mixing. And just mix? That's it? Oh, I can now serve Mulan tea. Oh, that's interesting. Just mix. Rum. Here. Alright. I'm gonna try this in my office. Thanks. Anytime. Okay, then. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Mother Brain, is that you? Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Well, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blue fairy. Don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Let's give this, Brain a blue fairy. Yeah, let's give this thing The blue fairy it so badly craves, apparently. It's optional. We'll throw in 2 optionals. Age and mix. There we go. There you go. Nice. Yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilium do. Can I ask you something, Miss... Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go. Okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You're a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram. Of that I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, why? What? Does my handsomeness make you speechless? You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature, all while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I'm guessing you've prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in a jar to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill, that's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today with the commotion around and all? It didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than the cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. I just figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that will help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder, do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright, then yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer to make Taylor happy. Let's make him a beer. 1 Adelhyde, 2 Bronson extracts, 1 Powder Delta, 2 Flanner Guide, and 4 Carmetrine. All mix. Here, a beer. Ah, yes, no matter what happens, beer is always good. It's interesting, though. Just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that, too. Do you think you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like, would she remember everything? Like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilium. One of their brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilium. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though. Just wiring him to a body. Oh, you think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar? I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. I don't know. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you first saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside, if you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. I think I'm slowly losing his robotic voice. Or my robotic voice that I've been using. Why though? Lillian can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer. In their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out how you work. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Alma. Oh, it's Alma. How did I do your voice again? Just, oh, Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Wow! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lillian maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for then. Just kidding. It'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink then. Well, you have. I have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. A cobalt velvet, huh? Let's see. 2 of those. 3 Flanner Guide, and 5 Carmetrine. 2, 3, 5 on the rock. And mix. Ooh, there we go. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Don't know, adventuring or something. Anyway, the other guy served me the first time I came here, nothing unusual there. Next time I showed up, Jill was here and the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry we click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than many other people is kind of sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. That tailor was sure nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I've actually met one. Selma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one? No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with A? Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carletta is the eldest one, then there's Diana just before me. Then comes Ava, at the bottom lies Bella... Sorry, the youngest one is Bernardo. You've never been alone, I'm guessing? Can't complain about that, I guess. It helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Iveta and Bernie were born, Diana and Carletta had already moved. Speaking of family today, I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Iveta and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week and she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents, pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact they needed to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days, she is really making it big. She wants time to herself, to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? I'm sure there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later, the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get into my pants with the old sex in the wedding night line. But honest to God, can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing away for the wedding night just for sex? Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. I'm feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. A gift? What did you do? A good enough service, I'm guessing. Kit? Huh. Interesting name. What does it mean? Cacique's the name of the chieftain of some native tribes. I see. Do you want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories where rum's involved. Give me a fringe weaver instead, will you? Alright. Let's get a fringe weaver. 9 karma tree. Going in heavy, huh? So that's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 1. Age and mix. Fringe weaver. 1 fringe weaver. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and my dad split amicably. My mom's a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. Just kind of said, that's it, one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Some of my mom's family lived in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Okay, it's been a long time since I've studied French. Mon héros glissé et plein de... God damn, my French is so horrible. De anglais? My something is... I know I've seen that. I've seen both of these words before. I don't remember what... Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'd be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All of my mom's side of the family lives here. The chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the streets are ridiculously high. But that's the primer of my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you'd call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't ever sound... It's like something... Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartenders sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker's a good way to summarize it, but it's just not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker's not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job. Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. It felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there's all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. A puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It is less action-y than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time, frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Will you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink, any classy drink. Here goes nothing. Type, classy drink. What's a mercury blast? Okay, I don't think I've done a mercury blast before. Let's throw that in there. 3 Flanner Guide. 2 Karmatry. So count it down. 1, 1, 3, 3, 2. On the rocks and blended. Blend faster, damn it. Mercury Blast. Here you are. Yep. Just what I needed. Thanks. Say, Jill, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get your drinks right? Well, people have the right to not give me money. If they don't pay for it, I don't get my bonus. No bonus means less money and no tips, which doesn't help because I have to pay bills. Oh, I see. Do you have to make an effort to pay your bills? Nope. You have no idea how much I hate you right now. The struggle is real. Well, my job pays pretty well, and I'm not the kind to spend too much on things other than food and bills. Maybe maintenance on my hands and new equipment, but aside from that, all I know, if you have trouble with your bills, why not live with me? We could be roommates. No. Moving my stuff through the stairs because the elevator's broken. And to move my liquor collection, never mind the fact that my cat's a shut-in. It's got very upset the one time I moved some furniture around. The idea of moving just gives me a headache. You shouldn't take things so seriously when I say them, you know? I don't, but I've thought about it before. Now I need some air. I'm gonna take my break. You wanna come? Are you inviting me to the back of the bar? You should invite me to dinner first. Every minute you waste making jokes is a minute taken for my break. Fine, let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure, sure. I like Alma. We'll save. Alma's cool. It's not a save. Keep playing. I know. Cold, 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 cold. It sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he's gotten into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. I have a cousin that lives like a hobo, actually. Really? It's a bit complicated, though. Problem is, his family has tried to get him to live with them, but his pride won't let him accept their help. He'd rather live on the streets for some reason. You can't tell with some people, sadly. Why did he become a hobo in the first place? Bad investments and debt. The bank evicted him from his house. Oh. It's a serious problem because he has epileptic attacks but refuses to take his medication. I just don't get what's up with him. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh-ho, were you two hanging out at the back of the bar? Kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? Dorothy's pretty cool too, I like doing her voice. What do you want? Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine? But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. I don't... Sweet, but not alcoholic. It's tea? Tea's not alcoholic. I remember it said it had the kick of... Try that? Here you are. You know, this is the kind of treatment is not precisely good for sales. Did I catch you in a bad mood? No. Oh, but how impolite of me. I'm lovely. I'm lovely, and my name is Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. So I take it the tea wasn't a good thing. Oh, I'm Alma. Pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. You won't know till you try, right? Last time I said I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grow. Let's try that again without stopping. And last time I said that I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright. First I do some research on the target, OS servers, how the information's stored, all that. There have been a couple of occasions I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. Go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols to look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve the user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user to get what I want or need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone's already given me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. But what happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and cover my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me. Oh god. Well. Make my buffer overflow. Create a back. Oh, someone. So sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah. Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you record yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you can make millions. Horny Lilium are an unexploited market. I see. Well, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. Just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by the 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Whoa. Hi there. Is that a question mark on his head? I think that is. Oh, I know what kind of voice I have to do for you, but I don't know if I can physically make that voice. I can try. Such a small yet comfortable place. Yeah, I can kind of do it. Truly, an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of suburban desert. Yeah, I think I got some in my throat too when I try to do his voice. It's kind of throwing it off. A place where, damn it, every time I try to do it, it like blocks my brain blocks the sentence up, and I can only read it block by block. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What do you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus 18. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17? What the hell does that mean? Well, the first thing came to my head was drink 17. Well, Piano Man. That's what you're asking in my opinion. Oh, nope. Reset that. I put too much. 3 Bronson, 5 powdered Delta, 5 Flanner Guide, and 3 Carmetrine. Yeah, so 2, 3, 5, 5, 3. On the rocks and mix. There you go. How is this a 17? It isn't. You said 17 would only be related to your drink if I thought it was. And I think it isn't. Oh, you subverted my expectations by taking me literally. Sneaky. And what brings you here, Mr. I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. I wanted to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The Golden Hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines in the corner. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. That's not true, actually. That's not true at all. Chimpanzees kill each other all the time. They've actually been known to go into entire familiar warfare against other groups and eat them. Meerkats have the highest murder rate for their own species. I think the rate is 1 out of every 3 meerkats that gets killed is killed by another meerkat. So that's not true at all. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah? Give me an example, non-zoologist bartender. Chimpanzees and meerkats. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. Remember, sirs, like once a lion takes over pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. That's true too. Takes over a pride. You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, non-zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay, then I give up. 17 is us. Eh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number's the whole foundation of you and me. It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plume of floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay. Plume floating perfume. Is that the fedora? That has to be. And mix. Plume flume? Alright. Son of a bitch. Here. Ha! You didn't. Wait. You did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender. Have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? How can you assure me this is reality? This reality is real, and we're not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts, open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The Hanabera has started. It means the twilight of the gods. In German, by the way. No, it doesn't. It does not at all mean that. I've taken German. I've taken it for 4 years in high school. It does not mean that. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come in here for a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports have provided several White Knight squads have been used to cover. Illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from nearby cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from the Zaibatsu Corps CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of the bank, it seems. I recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess it's fine. Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by morning. I'll have Zankotu on hand just in case. A metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash. Let's say Gil 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Woo! Aw, 2 mistakes? Wait. Oh, it must have been the T and... How was I supposed to know what 17 was? And what... I would think T would be sweet. Ah, bitch. I thought I'd go with a flawless service. Save. Let's kick it up. It's not safe to keep playing. Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corps president is pleading with anyone to stop their rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they are petrified somehow. Make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in its place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. Not only are White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. Wonder if Say's okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I even say safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. We gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay, then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. Oh, this is cool. And we're here. Or here we are. Home sweet home, thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Hmm? Yeah, grab a beer and chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is the beer leads to something else. To more beer? I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though, smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how's the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright boss, you're not very good with the cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist, I have this hoodie from some time ago. It was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Don't know, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like the one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want, I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? Plus, I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change it to something more comfortable. Take your time. Hi, cat. You have displeased 4. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? First I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home, we had a bear. I see. What? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. It's so vintage. What are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left, Gabrielle, is her sister. Huh. This pic recent, or... Actually, that one is from 3-4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit, calling her your ex. Let's just say everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, bringing a couple things on the way out. Never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away and haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing. You look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off of something that Alma said to me. But missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your head in their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing that they're there watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my mind that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? It looks like an envelope. It's nothing, nothing! Please, give that to me. Low. Right. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Beer's so far, 12 cans remaining. Remaining beer, 100%. Well, the BTC gives me discounts on the point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. That beer actually is the cheapest drink I can get. Oh hey, my little Sprite drank it. Beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? Drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than ones they sell in stores. Besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one's more of a Pilsner. English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. No, no, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid used at the bar again? Let's drink some of that. Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol, or NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. Oh, okay, so remaining beer is just remaining beer in the can. Okay, the effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went to mass production. But this BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And this one's made with it. Let's see, yep, here it is. Near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? finish that beer off. There we go. It serves as a stabilizer. If I remember correctly, they need it for packaged drinks. I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Don't know, with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Aw, thanks, man. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible. I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the... Oh, I was reading it in Dana's voice. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if somebody gave you, don't know, a dildo-shaped trophy or something you had it there as a conversation starter. Though no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. A different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess, a not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me a dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey, Jill, where did you get that black 4-ball? Well, as with any black cat or house cat in general, he's actually a stray. Found him in the alleys near the building, not long after I moved here, I think. Ah, I see. It was quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home? At first I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so I ended up staying. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was so cute, though. Not like the fat mass that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Oh ho! Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else. Ho 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 ho! Anyway. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. I wonder if Gil's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. You can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby, unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How'd you meet such a guy? He showed up at the door... in the door of the bar. What? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day, and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. and after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance, and whenever I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him in at face value. I judged him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time. Sometimes literally. What surprised me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself and I always keep an eye on him. Besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know? God, I'm just having her go to town on these beers. How so? Well, with the regulars, you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name. Oh, I thought that was Jill for a second. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. Well, she's hot. I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn, she's hot. Are you alright, Jill? Yeah, why? It's weird to see you say it's... See? Oh, that must be the beer kicking in. That has to be. It's weird to see you say so openly that someone's hot. What? Even you can see she has a hot body, huh? You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to a room and... Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I am. I'm sure I'm not. I mean... With those thoughts, I leave to myself. I don't think I can handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though. She became a regular. That she became a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilium can be weird. You think? Lilium operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share a fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can attach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. Not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC 72. Like, it's a social interactions model or something. Lilium get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so... I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she gets a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilium's a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilium doesn't convey the image of automatons. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retard, and doll is calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Lilium? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilium are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. I don't know. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. No big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. Everything from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. Didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple episodes once, they were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who could transform into armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited her enemies, yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show, even by today's standards. Just the fact her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards and body image, challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got excited there. And that's the problem. Back when I was obsessed with Jules, I sang the songs dressed like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules. I always hold my grudges against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyway, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. Never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kind of always fight with the kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of a shallow jerkwad. Around the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And less to talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. Seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad and berating him a little. The next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age, my dad says his last words are something like, fucking scientists talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain. Why the question? I'm curious about you. Really curious. Just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. From what you tell me, though, it seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you some bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind, you're included in this circle, too, so any insults you hurl will fly right back at you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. A red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar, too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1... Oh, it's Nirvana. I get it. N1RVNA. If you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And meaning an annex to another business? What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Nirvana B in the hotel. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy, rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave? That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with Neo San Francisco Police Force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler and an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. A corporate what? I still see my face on some of the websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, Assist, Iris, Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't get to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. I got home in college and went out a lot. But it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know. Hey boss, what will you do when this bar closes? I don't know. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck. So they won't close the bar for quite a while. I better enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. Will you be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I had to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one, then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, what's this? That's a pretty view. It's really pretty. And it's snowing. Aw. Chapter 2, Armarga. Wow. We just now finished Chapter 1. Electricity bill was sent out on the 24th. Please make sure you have 8,000. Holy shit. That's a huge electricity bill. Alright. I think I'll leave this here for today. Once again, this is Valhalla. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of today's video. And please leave me suggestions down below in the comments of games you'd like to see me play later in the future. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.